Son, you are going to be the mother of Henry's child. Have you told him? Mala says, Mom, the report just came. I will tell him. I am sure he will take responsibility for the child. Mom says, how can you be so sure that he will take responsibility for the child? Go and tell him to marry you soon. Mala says, yes, I will go and tell him I have some work now. Mala starts to leave, but Mom stops her and says, go now and tell him Mala leaves from there. Mala runs to Henry, and Henry says, what happened? Mala says, where are you going? Never mind, I have good news for you. Henry says, I am going to the city for work. Mala says, suddenly to the city. Henry says, I have decided to go. I will earn money. Then we will live a good life and buy a big house. Mala says, it is okay. Whatever you decide, I am with you. Henry says, take this money, it will help you. Mala takes out 2 lockets from her pocket and says, here, take one. It is a sign of our love. Henry says, I will always keep it with me. Mala says, you must come back. I love you very much. Henry leaves from there after 5 years. Henry comes back with his assistant. The assistant says, boss, that girl in front of us is the one who waited for you for 5 years, and she is your first love. Henry says, yes. The assistant says, you are such a big businessman. I do not know why you came here like this to meet her. Henry says, you will not understand. Young says, hi, such a beautiful girl. You should marry me. Mala starts to leave. Young stops her and says, where are you going? When I asked you before to marry me, you said you were waiting for Henry. He still has not come. Now marry me. You are too beautiful for that beggar. You deserve me. Marry me. Henry says to the assistant, bring the things I asked you to bring. The assistant says, okay. She gives Henry his things and leaves. Mala says, I am still waiting for him. I will not marry you. Young says, it is not like I have a shortage of girls. I was just saying it for your good cheap girl. If you make me happy, it will be good for you. Henry says, be quiet, and steps forward. Mala says, you came back. Henry says, I had to come. Mala says, you made me wait so long. Henry says, I waited too. Young says, you cheap man. You stayed in the city for 5 years, and still you are the same beggar. Young starts pushing. Henry Mala pushes Young away. Henry says, I did not come back as a successful man. We are still in the same condition. Mala says, no matter what, I will stay with you. You came back. That is enough for me. Henry says, are you still ready to stay with me? I have nothing. Mala says, do you not remember when you left? I told you no matter what happens, I will stay with you. Henry says, you are very good. Young says, you do not deserve this cheap man. It will be better if you stay with me. Make me happy, and I will make you happy. Henry angrily says, I will not leave you, and raises his hand. But from behind, the assistant comes and says, boss, here are the house papers and ATM card you asked for. Henry says, okay, now you can go. The assistant leaves. Young says, you are the owner of a big company. Why did you not tell me? Forgive me. I am leaving, and runs away. Henry says to Mala, I bought this house for you. Here are the papers, and this is an ATM card with money. Take it. Mala says, I cannot take this. I do not need it. Now we will live together. Henry says, yes, we will live together, but these are gifts from me to you. He puts them in her hand and says, now we will live happily. We will lack nothing. Will you marry me now? Because I love you. Mala nods. Yes. How did you like our story? Please share your opinion. Thank you.